So we're just after picking up the charter boat, Latitude 2. We're in Palma. We'll probably stick around here tonight, Saturday night, and head out to the island tomorrow, Cabrera. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. Myself and Keith are in the Pullman cabin, which is cozy, and I have my little locker here. I was very fast to put my clothes in so that Keith didn't take all the room, and I'm on the bottom. I'll show you the rest of the boat. So a Beneteau 41, 4 cabin in here, quite a big 4 cabin. Selena's probably going to be in there, so there we are. Quite nice. And then looking in, then port side heads, both heads are on the port side, so yeah, that's perfect when you're on starboard tack, you're really low down. So then coming out into the saloon, James out in the saloon, nice galley. I think there's 7 of us on board tonight, or on board for the week. Quarter berths are quite big. Engine in there, another quarter berth, chart table, and our aft heads on the port side as well, galley to port. And then the lads are just doing the snag list of the boat.
Fog hole.
Fog, where would that be?
Down below with the
So nice big helm. Autopilot, always important. Binamy spray hood. It's actually got slightly raised gunnels, which is lovely. Really nice. You kind of don't really get it on boats as much anymore. Nice little scuppers there. Here we are in the marina. So Munster are playing Glasgow tonight, so I'm delighted we're staying here, because I'm hoping I might get to see that. Oh, lovely anchor. And apparently when you charter in the Balearics, you're not allowed anchor in seagrass, so it has to be in sand. So that kind of makes sense. So there's the 50,000 a week charters. So we're just leaving Palma now. Slightly later than anticipated. We were saying 8, but we're getting going at 9. And the plan is to head to, how do you pronounce that island?
Cabrera.
Cabrera. So about 50 miles away. So after the 50 mile sail over to the island of Cabrera, which is a national park, we had to get a permit to spend a night on a mooring, which was lovely. There was a cafe there. We were able to have some lunch, which was fabulous. And then fair play to Tracy, she cooked on board that night, which was absolutely fabulous, as you can see.
Smile, guys. Hello.
You know, it's kind of, yeah.
It's free for all. Tracy has more. Does that work? I think that.
Capitan! Mon Capitan!
So basically, it's the crew that makes it. So
No, it's the skipper.
Yeah.
So,
To the
right,
crew.
to the skipper. Dunmore East Sailing School, thank you. Anyone watching this on YouTube, this is what to expect. Robert's a great guy. He loves his champagne. He loves to treat his crew. Viva Robert! Way!
Every evening we get champagne.
All you can do now is start singing YMCA with that hat on.
And stripping as well, please.
This is my first time tasting. Morning all. Oh, did you get a swim and all? Oh, lovely. Oh, sting. Oh, Jesus. They're fairly... where are we going today?
Well, we thought we would get a bit further northeast, so we're going out, turning to starboard, going through the gap between
Cabrera and the Littler Island. There's the Littler Island. And what's the name of the port we're thinking tonight with the caves? I've forgotten the name.
I think I've forgotten the name.
Oh well. we'll get there. Oh wow, fabulous lads, isn't it? We came out to Cabrera and we anchored here in the main Porto Cabrera. We were kind of here. Lovely walk around here. We had a bit of lunch and a glass of wine and stuff and a walk up to the castle. Beautiful walking. So this morning we're coming out here, and this bay here, Cala de Gunnoff, is this one in here. And then we're going to come around this headland here. We're going to come through between the smaller island and us, and then we're going to head kind of north with a small bit of easting in it, up back onto mainland Mallorca. So yeah, yesterday we came from Palma out to Cabrera, and we're going up, and this evening is it Porto Cristo, I think, tonight. So yeah, we're hoping to get to Porto Cristo, and perhaps for the whole week around. We take about, you know, an hour's drive tonight. Hurry, probably around there for 20 minutes. I only come here for 9 minutes. So we're in the caves of Adrac in Porto Cristo on the southeast coast, about halfway up of Mallorca. I think some of the crew were suggesting I should adjust the contribution of these trips when they saw this sign. We found a fabulous restaurant in Porto Cristo. Okay, so it's Tuesday, we're on day 3 of the cruise. We left Palma on Sunday morning and we went out to Cabrera. Then from Cabrera we went through in here to Porto Cristo, which is just here. And today it looks like the lads had the charts out and they did a bit of passage planning. Looks like we're going up onto the northeast coast, so we're round here into the Bay of Alcúdia and into Alcúdia tonight. That's the plan. And I think then tomorrow we're getting down onto the northwest coast, so around here we're going to stop at Cabrera. That's the famous kind of squiggly road, that's a big hill that they do all the cycling on. And then Porto Sóller probably tomorrow evening, and circumnavigate back into Palma. We have to be back in Friday evening. So have a look. Here's our boat, an Oceanis 41. I'm the only one on board. A few people getting coffee. 1 or 2 showers before we leave. So all looking good. Lads up having coffee. Might join them. And nice place. The caves were here and stuff, so.
Now we're happy with the position of the traveller.
Well, probably not, actually. Oh yeah, it's not too bad.
Like a school swimming gala, this. Yeah.
So this is Alcúdia over there, where we're heading.
Selena, can you wind down, get ready for us to take on?
Actually, it would have been. Why don't you just jibe the jib and leave the main where it is? No.
Okay.
That's it's just that's what wants to happen.
So we need to pull.
Oh, you're going to jibe the main. Lovely. Excellent. That's it, lads. That's as good as it gets.
That is textbook.
Yeah.
Can someone take a picture of that before it flops?
I'm videoing the whole thing. I've videoed all 3 jibes. So this is Alcúdia Bay. So we're sailing dead downwind into Alcúdia Bay, and we stopped for a bit of a swim, and this is Alcúdia Bay, so we should be in Alcúdia in about an hour. So we have Tracy on the helm going into Alcúdia. So here we are, very proficient. Oh, sugar, I'm after, whoops, sorry. Ah, there's a good one, lads. You see the red, green and red one?
Yeah.
So does it?
Third channel.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means you can go either side of it, but preferably you leave it on your port. So that's going into the commercial harbour. So there's a preferred channel marker, and my reckoning on that is the preferred channel is to port. So ideally you leave it to port and you go into the marina, but you are allowed to leave it to starboard and you go to the fuel berth. And that's the first time I've seen a Wally yacht. So we've just left Alcúdia. And not much wind today. I'd say there'll be a lot of motoring.
There goes the butler, Jameson's. Big one. Oh, switched itself off. Oh! It's just switched itself off just as that happened. Alright, so we're leaving Port de Sóller, so yeah, and we're ending up in Isla Dragonera for lunch in a couple of hours, and then we are off to the Port of Andrax by the end of the day.
Woohoo! 25 miles, we reckon. Is it 25 miles for the whole day?
I think so, yeah.
Oh wow, excellent. And hopefully all my crew don't get seasick like yesterday. I was the only one keeping the show on the road. So I was. They were all seasick but down below, I tell you now.
You I swear by the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So how are we doing?
So on the bow lines, when we're ready to go, yeah? So drop the bow lines and then we slip the...
It's getting bouncy already. Jesus, I can't because the fetch is only from the Spanish mainland to here. It's mad, isn't it? It's uncanny how rough it is.
If it was shallow, you might realise everything would be 60 metres of water.
Well, there's 20 there now, but I'd say by the time we get out there,
Well, we did 60 yesterday.
Yeah, you got a good shape. Actually, do you know, you get the head sail out as well if you wanted, and it's steady as even more.
So the police pull over a truck, and in the back they find 100 penguins. So they tell the truck driver, you can't be driving around with 100 penguins in the back of your truck. You need to take them to the zoo. So the next day the police pull over the same truck, and in the back they find 100 penguins, all wearing sunglasses. So the policeman says to the truck driver, I thought we spoke to you about this yesterday. You can't be driving around with 100 penguins in the back of your lorry. You need to take them to the zoo. So the truck driver says, yes, we did that yesterday. Today we're going to the seaside.
So we're arriving at Port Andrex. It's a Thursday afternoon and we have to be back in Palma tomorrow evening. So it's not much of a hop between here and there. Our chap at anchor there, it looks a bit bouncy. So what happened here was we radioed on the VHF trying to be very good mariners to say could we moor, and he said yes, moor in berth 35, and I said to him in English, well there's no numbers on them, so how do we know which one's 35?
Just the bow will get blown off, so I'm trying to keep the bow high.
Okay.
Yeah, keep the bow to that. Well, if you so how you keep the bow high is you keep the stern high and then bring the stern back in.
Okay.
So you can't actually keep the bow high.
Gotcha.
So you bring the stern slightly higher and then drift. So you're going to go into it more a little bit there. So anyway, this is berth 35. But he did come down in his berth 31. And we decided Selena's better on the VHF than me. Her Spanish is much better. Lovely, very well done. Loading that is.
Telling you,
Beautiful.
that's a bit like your big Alaska last night, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah. Not sure I'd get through that one, but sure I'd give it a go.
Like eating an elephant. Just one bite at a time.
Oh, that's gorgeous. We're sheeting out the main, dead downwind. So it's our last day of sailing and we'll end up in Palma this evening. Oh, that's a lovely sail. And are we stopping off at Magaluf? Skipper?
Yep.
It depends how we progress.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
Bring that sail over. Is that our course now there?
Yeah.
Is there
We're probably broad reach now, aren't we?
is
Yeah.
there,
Okay,
is
so
there,
let's put the Jenny on this side.
is there somewhere to moor at Magaluf?
No, it'll be dinghying. So we're wing on wing. What's our speed, Keith?
4.6.
4.6 speed.
Here we have Robert.
Yeah.
Challenging
Yeah.
the boat deposit.
Threading the
Running the
island.
gauntlet of
My boat.
oh right. Oh, that's why he's doing it.
Quite a bit of wide cap action going on there.
I'm moving slightly to starboard. Just a little. quite by the lead, just mind that. I think it's above anything.
Is this a situation where you might put the engine on?
Yeah, well, we're probably two. You two, we do as a proportion. You shout to death every 30 seconds.
It probably will go down to 3.
I'd be happy, like, I'm happy enough. It says in the cruiser guide to do it. I'm happy enough to do it.
19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Maybe we'll come
We may need to push her over us.
3,
But it's 3 below the keel.
3.3, 2,
That's going off again now, isn't it?
5, 8, 1.9.
So we just went through there, and what was the lowest step, Matt?
No, it went down to 1.9, was it?
1.9, 1.8 there,
below the keel.
below the keel.
At that
So.
stage you will be able to say
In
1.9.
fairness, but it did say in the cruiser guide we could do it. Or it said.
It didn't say don't do it.
So that's Route 2, heading west. Lighthouse on the chart, what's it called? So this is Palma Bay, very big bay, and over there is Cabrera, but you can't see it.
The lighthouse is Punta de la Cala Figuera.
Just exactly what Keith said. Say it again, Keith.
Cala Figuero.
Punta de la Cala Figuera.
It's Punta de Cala Figuera.
And we're having a little snack of everything. We still have loads of food and we're trying to use it up.
And beer.
And beer, yeah.
Wine.
James is struggling because he's trying to use up the beer. Has to be done.
Is it the quartermaster that looks after the division?
Yes, the purser maybe, I don't know.
So hopefully you can see this, but over there we believe that is the Ineos America's Cup boat, which is moving at a fair old pace.
So this doesn't happen terribly often, so that's why I'm filming it. It's actually Keith and James cooking. So it is, yeah. So fair play to them. Smelling good. It's all happening. Table set.
Well, that's your job.
Last night. Oh yeah, can I do it?
Loads.
So now, fortunately we can't do smell-o-vision for all those people at home, but fair play to the chef.
Cruise.
And I have to say, you can't do enough with a good skipper. Can I just say, Robert Marchand is one of the best skippers you can ever sail.
A good glass of champagne.
And he will give you 10% discount.
Thank you.
That was better than the Tattinger, wasn't it?